and we welcome you to the 2016 Transylvania University Pioneer Hall of Fame 2016 induction. This year we have four very worthy guests, and the first one we're talking with is Judy Henry, who played in an outstanding 4 sports. Let's see if we can get these all straight in a row. You participated in field hockey, women's basketball, women's cross country, and softball as well. So Judy, once again, congratulations on this great achievement.
Thank you very much.
Well, where to begin? You've participated in so many sports over the last 4 years. I guess the first question would be, where did you find the time to do all these things and balance so many sports throughout the years while balancing that against the rigors of academics and whatever else may come with the college experience?
You have to be disciplined to be able to do that. And to be quite honest with you, my first year, it took a little bit of bumping and bruising before I gained that discipline. But once I had it under my belt, it just becomes a routine. And you have to allot certain time for your studies, and you have to allot certain times for sports. So once you get your pattern down and your routine down, then it's all
organization.
Yeah.
She was organized, and she knew what she had to do at certain times. She was excellent at that.
Taking a look at her resume and reading all the sparkling things that people talked about Judy over her 4 years, not only did she seem to have a penchant for organization, but winning as well. It seemed like we were talking with Coach Deacon before your appearance here today, whether it was picking up the stick for field hockey or basketball or the softball, you excelled in whatever arena you stepped in on the field. How did that greatness come about?
Well, I have this in part of my talk, as a matter of fact. When I was growing up, my parents moved me from Carlisle to Paris, Kentucky, both huge cities on the map. It was a big move for me to move from Carlisle to Paris. I had no friends there whatsoever, and my brother actually introduced me to the female sports director for the YMCA. Her name was Diana Burke, who recently passed away. But Diana got me involved in organized sports at the Y. She gave me a job helping out with the young girls in sports, as well as at the pool. So it took off from there. I went from there to when I went in high school at Paris High School, they actually had organized women's basketball for the first time, or girls basketball. And Judy Cox took over from there, and I would have to attribute her with the rest of that.
A lot of your exploits, not that you were necessarily sparse in any sport you played in, but women's basketball were one of the areas in which you really excelled. Coach Pat Deacon brought up an interesting story about how you'd never played field hockey before prior to arriving at Transylvania. What was that transition like, and how did you pick up the sport? And then, how did you pick it up so quickly at a high level?
Well, Miss Deacon always has a way or an angle with everything that she does. If you know Miss Deacon, it's always for the good. But she knew she had a group of girls coming in with the intent of playing basketball. So she put the rumor out from one of us, and of course it spread to all of us, that if you want to get in shape to play basketball, you need to come out and play field hockey. So as soon as the first one of us committed to play field hockey, all of us committed to play field hockey. And I have to tell you, we were much more successful in field hockey than we ever were in basketball.
That's true.
There's a lot of successes to read about on your resume. One of the ones that jumped out, I think, at anybody that takes a look at what you accomplished was that 1981 KWIC state championship game when I believe you had the game-winning goal. Mm-hmm. Maybe in addition to that, or perhaps it was that game, what's that one great game that stands out in your mind over your 4 years here at Transy?
That's got to be it, beyond a shadow of a doubt. We won that game by a penalty stroke, which, if you're not familiar with field hockey, it's you against the opposing team's goalie, and then vice versa for them against our goalie. And you get one scoop at the goal. Miss Deacon had us practice every single day for a penalty stroke situation. 4 years we never had a penalty stroke, and we started making a joke out of it, saying, Miss Deacon, we're never going to have a penalty stroke.
Is it even a rule in the game?
Well, yeah, sure it is. Came down to the very last game, the finals of the state tournament, and we had a penalty stroke. And it was very exciting. I don't think I've ever jumped that high since. Or it felt like that it was that high. It's probably this far off the ground or so.
It was wonderful, wonderful. I'll never forget that stroke.
Incredible. Now, the moment is still a big moment, but it is just a moment. Do you remember what's going through your mind in those brief moments when the penalty is drawn, and then when you have that time to line up for the shot? What's going through your brain?
Don't pick me, Miss Deacon, please don't pick me. But
I said she's got it.
Yeah. We there were probably 3 or 4 of us that every day after practice, we stayed and practiced penalty strokes against our goalie. And I remember them calling the penalty stroke, and I thought, Miss Deacon, do not pick me. Please don't pick me. Don't pick me. But she did, and it all turned out for the best.
It was perfect.
There's officially now 26 sports here at Transylvania University. More than half of them are in female sports. So when you look at what's happening in Transy athletics today compared to your time there, how proud are you of the part you played in the progression of this athletics program?
Oh, just walking into this building today is absolutely amazing. This is the first time I've been here. My career with UPS took me to 9 different states, so I didn't have the opportunity to come back much. This building and the rest of the growth at Transy is just absolutely incredible.
Well, Judy Henry and Coach Pat Deacon, your time on the big stage is coming in a few minutes. Thanks for sharing some time with us. And again, congratulations on the legacy you've set here for a lot of these Transylvania, both male and female Pioneer athletes. They have a lot to look up to when they look upon what you accomplished here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Justin.